Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Now, the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The big men on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. And for San Antonio, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Jones. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Roby in at the power forward position. The unmistakable feel of the first day Clark of the NBA regular season. A game each of these teams and us as broadcasters have been waiting for a long time.
No doubt about it, Kevin, and the excitement you feel as a broadcaster, but even more so as a player, is something you have to temper down, especially if you're on the court. I mean, you don't want to have your adrenaline and excitement affect your focus. So focus on the work that's gone into getting ready for the season, and then you try to just let that work lead how you play. And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Now here's Plumlee, kicks it to Ball. And too long on the shot.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Jones, the pass to Vassell. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Ball surveying the defense. From 13, and the Hornets miss again. On offense, here are the Spurs. Vassell finds Pirtle. Passes it to Roby. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, And having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Famers.
Here is Hayward following the bucket by the Spurs. It's stolen by Johnson. Roby the pass to Jones. To the middle. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the bucket by the Hornets. Birtle sets the pick for Jones. He lobs it up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing here by 8. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. From outside, off the mark.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Johnson dishes to Birtle. Good on the bucket. 6 points for Jakob Birtle.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off of. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
There's a good screen to the paint.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Plumlee kicks to Rozier. Three-pointer, Hayward. The rebound by the Spurs. To the wing right side. Takes the 13-footer and the dunk by Birtle.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. Demoralizes the team.
Here's Ball. After the basket by San Antonio. In the corner, it's Hayward. They need this. Charlotte again missing. Spurs leading by 14. Down low. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Greg, Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
And the Hornets making a change here. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for Washington. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ball. San Antonio with the ball after Terry Rozier's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Collins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Frank, last offseason, the Hornets decided to part ways with their coach of the past 4 years.
Always a tough decision, and this is a critical time for Charlotte. They've got a tremendous young core. They think their time is now, and they want to make a bold move with the new hire.
Hornets trail by 18. Pass to Richards. The kick out to Rozier. Hits the three-point bomb.
Needs is a little breathing room, and he's firing that thing and usually knocking it down.
Now, here's Collins. Not a lot of room. Pass to Bates-Diop. Here's Jones. Shot clock at 6. Trying his luck from deep. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Now, here's Rozier. D right on him. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Here's Sohan. McDaniels defending. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. For Charlotte, they might be the most electric team, Clark, in the NBA. Young and very exciting.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, they're extremely potent, and they are exciting to watch. LaMelo Ball, man, he can do just about everything. The Hornets, a lot of fun to watch for sure.
Rozier finds Smith. McDaniels with the ball. Now Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Richards passes to Oubre. A three-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Jones against Smith. Now the pass to Sohan. Outside, Jones. Spurs passing it around. And even 3. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. And the basket by Rozier.
Rozier has an open court in front of him. This guy is dangerous. Great quickness.
Jones against Smith. Can they get it? And it's blocked. Now, here's Rozier. Guarded close. The shot's good from Smith.
Well, about as easy an assist as you could have that time for Rozier.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. 8-point game. Passes it to Sohan. Now, here's Collins. Sohan, the pass to Jones. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. The big gun on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. All out there with Oubre, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Jang. Plumlee with some nice D. Hornets trail by 6. Inside, Plumlee. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And here is Vassell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Bates-Diop. To the inside. Stolen by Washington. Pass to Plumlee. Over to the left wing. Ball kicks to Washington. McDaniels with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. And it's Washington missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Plumlee with the rebound. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Ball. Here's Oubre. The pass to McDaniels. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Spurs. They led by as many as 18 points. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Jang dishes to Johnson. He's covered by Washington. Plumlee with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Bates Diop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, obviously I'd like to have both skill and athleticism, but skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Bates Diop, the pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, and I like guys when Pirtle gets into a groove and demands the ball. I mean, he's extremely dangerous when he has the hot hand going.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Charlotte no good that time either.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Now here's Vassell. Covered by Oubre. Here's Pirtle. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Hayward passes the ball. And Ball slams it in.
Hayward really an unselfish guy, willing to share the rock and get his teammates some opportunity.
Pass to Pirtle. The shot, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way.
And you look at Jakob Pirtle, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
Pass to Bates Diop. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Charlotte calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Gordon Hayward. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And Greg Pirtle has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Pass to Bates Diop. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Dennis Smith. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Rozier's got 10 points in the game. Spurs leading by 10. Kicks it to Collins. Goes up on the block. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. There's the pass to Richards. And the rejection by Collins. Offensive rebound. Oubre for three. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Hornets trail by 12. Hayward kicks to Smith. Oubre on the wing. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Passes it to Bates-Diop.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. No good on that one. Corky Dangs checked in for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Doug McDermott. McDaniels checked in for Charlotte.
Really surprised they're still winning with free throw shooting like this. Sinking just a little over half of their attempts.
Out to Hayward, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Spurs leading by 12. Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Johnson with it. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Spurs lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back.
And as we look ahead on our schedule, is there anything... Now, looking at the first half of play in our featured game, what a disaster it's been for the Charlotte Hornets. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Jakob Poeltl in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Pirtle, then it's Jones. And it's Roby in at the power forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Vassell, the pass to Johnson. He's looking for Pirtle and finds him. Stolen by Ball. Fast break now for Charlotte. Ball's running. And Hayward gets it to go.
You know, you can do so much with Hayward offensively because he's versatile. He's good off the bounce, and he can catch and shoot as well.
Pass to Vassell. Johnson in the corner. Clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Like seeing Johnson getting after it, taking on all comers and drawing the whistle.
And Greg Keldon Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
Spurs leading by 9. Pirtle inside. Working on Plumlee. Pirtle's shot is off. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass the ball. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Misses off the right eye.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Plumlee, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Hornets have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
2 points, that one goes. Vassell's got his first bucket of the night.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
He's doing everything he can to put this game to bed, and great score there to help his team. Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Plumlee finds Ball. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Spurs making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now here's Oubre. Defense right on him. Hits it from 3-point range. Washington's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, he's a stretch forward now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Spurs leading by 4. Here's Roby. 10 points for him. Johnson left side. Collins trying to break free. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hayward's got 6.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Johnson against Hayward. Plumlee with the steal. Now Washington. Hayward finds Washington. And here's Hayward for the lead. A rebound by the Spurs. Roby's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Collins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for Washington. And it's Dennis Smith in for Gordon Hayward. Oubre outside. Here's Richards. The shot, no good. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Sohan. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Great D that time from Oubre. Smith outside. Oubre outside. 4 on the shot clock. And again, the Hornets missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Spurs working the ball around now. Ball, the pass to Richards.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Smith. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
And, you know, Smith says, bump that. I'm not going to let the defense overwhelm me. If he's close to the rim, he's going to find a way to score around good defense.
Oubre outside for the lead. Rebounded by the Spurs. They led by as many as 18 points. Out to the wing. Outside Collins. Down low. Oubre with the steal. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Clark, the hallmark of Oubre Jr.'s game is instant production. How hard is that?
Well, I tell you, it's very difficult, but some guys are wired to be just that. Microwave scores off the bench, and he does it. I mean, it's not easy, but he's fearless, and he's got a lot of game, which lends itself to him excelling in that role.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Collins, and Jones subbed in for Vassell. Richards, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
And the pass to Jones. Here's Sohan. Out to the right wing. It's deflected. Here's Chang, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. Jones against Smith. Over Jones. Richards passes to Smith. Oubre with it. Now guarded by Poeltl. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Oubre. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jones from outside. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Washington kicks to Rozier. And Poeltl sends it back.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Charlotte. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Charlotte, Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Smith, and it's Richards in at the 5.
Hey, when Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Smith, the pass to Richards. Powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Jones against Smith. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Passes to Vassell. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Roby. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for Smith. Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Plumlee. Knocks it loose. Back to Rozier. Outside ball. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Ball's got the lead up to 5 now for Charlotte.
Well, I tell you what separates Ball from a lot of players his age is that his footwork is advanced. He's got almost a PhD in footwork.
Jones, the pass to Roby. Stolen by Washington. And they're pushing it up. Here's Ball. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Charlotte?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Zach Collins checked in for San Antonio. Here's Washington. And again, the Hornets missing. They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Ball. Johnson against Ball. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Johnson.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
Hayward with a screen for Rozier. Shoots over Vassell. And it's Rozier missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Johnson. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Not giving up on the play. Great job by Keldon to absorb the contact and still get the bucket.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ball. Here's Washington, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 5.
Well, I tell you, you look at Washington's motor and his effort, a lot to like about both. I mean, he uses his length and instincts to do a good job on the glass.
Jones, no luck. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Washington with this screen on Jones. Here's Ball, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And how exciting it must be to have LaMelo Ball, Clark, on your team.
Kevin, clearly one of the most exciting guards in the league. The anticipation was through the roof for Ball, and needless to say, I think he's lived up to it.
And the Hornets making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Roby can't hit. Hornets leading by 6. Now, here's Ball. Oubre on the wing. Rebound, San Antonio. Roby's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Vassell, the pass to Roby. Collins, a screen on Washington. Here's Roby, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And so he hits both. Well, the Hornets shooting just 34% from the floor. Pass to Plumlee. Dishes the ball. Back to Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
San Antonio calls timeout. Jang, he's checked in for Zach Collins. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
Thanks, David. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Zhang. Oubre dishes the ball. Wants to get it to Oubre and does.
And you cannot leave anybody open on Ball's team because this guy is excellent at finding his teammates.
Jones with it. To the middle. Zhang, no luck. Hornets leading by 4. The 15-footer. Ball, no good.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Zhang with a screen on Plumlee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
It's easy to see why this team is excited about Johnson. He's a fantastic athlete with considerable upside.
And both free throws good for Johnson. Hornets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And the Hornets call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Spurs on defense. Now Oubre. The pass to Washington. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. San Antonio trailing here. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Answering the call, Keldon Johnson comes up big.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Pass to Washington. Yep, that one goes in there.
Pressure gets to some people, bothers them, but not Washington. Tremendous concentration in that big moment.
San Antonio calls timeout. Spurs shooting at 51%. Really solid. Johnson against Hayward. They get the rebound, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the 4th quarter. What a comeback, and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock. But they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
And this is who Ball is, a guy that embraces getting fouled and wanting to step it up for his team.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Jones in the post. He's covered by Ball. Jones kicks to Johnson. Inside, Bessie gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him, the free throw to give them the lead, just a fantastic play all around.
Well, I tell you, there's nothing more impressive than seeing a young player keeping his composure in a high-stakes, big league situation.
Hayward kicks to Plumlee. Ball from long range. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. .56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Washington sets the pick for Oubre. Misses the 3. San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 44 seconds left in the game. Several teams changing it up here. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Hurdle with a screen on Rozier. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Ball gets double teamed. Pass to Rozier. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Absolutely fearless is Scary Terry. Nothing holding this guy back in the big moments. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Pass to Vassell. Johnson in the corner. Takes the 3. Off target from downtown. Off target. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like.
All right, David, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA.